Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you again. I am recording this on the day that the military blue Jordan 4s had their drop. I was able to reserve a pair at my local Finish Line through an in-store raffle. My wife's account already hit a shock drop pair in my size, but they had a glue stain. So I was on a quest to find a perfect left shoe so that I could have a really clean pair of these military blue 4s. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look and see if I can finally piece together a perfect pair of these military blue Jordan 4s. And real quick, wanted to show y'all, I have my favorite colorway of the Jordan 4 on feet right now. This is the Fire Red Jordan 4 from, I think 2020 was when these came out. But these have that Nike Air on the back as well. This might be the second most highly anticipated drop of this year so far. Aside from like Travis's and that kind of thing, I think everybody was really hyped up about the Reimagined Bred 4s. For me, I prefer this colorway, and I've said that a million times. This is definitely a pair that's in high demand. Early numbers came out saying that there was like 1.7 million. Some people said there was 2 million pairs. I don't really know anything about that. I can never confirm that. Everything that I see about stock numbers comes from somebody else. I saw that there was rumored to be a little over 100,000 pairs dropping on the sneakers app today. Previously on the shock drop, I think they released over 100,000 pairs. And while that sounds like a lot, I think the demand for this shoe greater exceeds the amount that they made of this shoe. At first it seemed like maybe they were going to sit a little bit. I did get a W on another pair on the sneakers app, but that W came pretty quick and I was at the gym whenever they dropped. So as soon as I got that notification that I got a pair, I just kind of stopped paying attention. Then maybe an hour or so later, I decided to look and see if they were still sitting and how many sizes were left. And I was kind of surprised. It looked like they were gone across the board. I'm sure there's still some straggler sizes that are available at random websites and that sort of thing. And I'm sure that Sneakers or the Jordan brand still has stock that they'll release later as a Jordan Reserve or whatever. But from the look of things at the time that I'm making this video, it looks like they sold out pretty quick, which I was figuring they would all along. However, there were some people saying, oh, they made way too many of these, they're going to sit, that sort of thing. I heard people saying they'd go below retail and all that. I don't know about that, but to me, I really wanted a pair of these. If I can put 2 clean pairs together, then I'll take 2 pairs of them. It's a shoe that I like that much. All right, enough of my yapping. We got a box that looks kind of like the OG style box. It's just got the black lid, the Flight font, and a red Jumpman on the top. And then the bottom is a gray color and it's got that paint splatter on it. The tag reads Air Jordan 4 Retro, and the colors are listed as off-white and military blue. I still think it's odd that they have them listed as military blue on the label. Back in '89 when they dropped, they called it military blue, but on the sneakers app, this go around, they called it industrial blue. Retail was $215 US. This pair at Finish Line, I was able to use status rewards on, so I used a $20 off coupon. I think it came in right around $210 or something like that after taxes and everything. And here is my beautiful pair of military blue 4s that I picked up today. If you're familiar with the channel and you've been following this journey, then you may have seen that the original pair that I got had a glue stain on the mud guard of the left shoe. So right now I'm kind of hiding that side, but I'll go ahead and reveal it now. This shoe is perfect. This whole pair is really perfect. There's no issues at all. I had made it known that if I could get a good left shoe, then I would swap it out with the left shoe that I already have. But in this case, there's no need to really mix and match because this pair looks really good and I've been looking at them a good bit. There's no paint issues, there's no glue, down on that mud guard, and that is kind of like a nubuck material, so it will show glue and that sort of thing. It's not very forgiving. The leather on the upper looks nice. There's no weird shapes on the toe box. It seems like both shoes have a pretty uniform shape, and I always like that. Really, any angle that you look at them, it seems like they match up pretty well. So I'm very pleased with this pair. I will be moving the Shock Drop pair out of my collection just because I have that Sneakers W from today on their way as well. I did post the Gotham screen on my community tab of my channel today, and I was just asking other people if they were able to hit today, and so many people said I hit 3 pairs, I hit 4 pairs. Others have also said I hit 3 raffles, I'm only picking up 1 pair, or that sort of thing. So it seems like a lot of people were able to hit multiples, and I noticed a lot of the people that hit multiples, they said that they got a pair at Champs, they got a pair at Foot Locker, they got a pair at Dick's, they got a pair at JD. So it seems like people just really put in their footwork and they hit up all their stores that they had access to, and in a lot of cases it sounds like they got a W everywhere that they tried to get a pair at. I definitely think this is a pair that's double up worthy, but I don't really need any more than that. If I'm being honest, the Fire Reds like I'm wearing right now, because I like that shoe so much, I doubled up on them, but I've been wearing this pair since 2020 and they still look brand new. Even though I wear the first pair, I realize this pair is going to last me 10 years at the rate that I'm wearing these. So sometimes there's not really a need to double up. But anyhow, for now, I'll have 2 pair in my collection. On the other side of the spectrum, I've seen people on my community tab saying that they struck out everywhere. And not even that they only tried on sneakers or whatever, but that they put in for all the raffles, went to their local stores, and they still came up empty-handed. I don't know for sure that they'll be getting delayed shipments in, but it sounds like a lot of stores probably will. So if you didn't get that retail W, I would encourage you not to go out and spend resale immediately. I do think there was really high stock of these. Whether there was 1.7 or 2 million pairs, I have no way of knowing that for certain, but I would say to be patient, because I think there's a lot of pairs of these that are currently en route to JD's, Finish Lines, whatever retailers across the US. So just know there are shipping delays, and I think there will be more retail W's to come, but that just means you might have to stay in really close contact with your store. You might want to just stop in randomly, or even ask them when they typically get their shipments, because a lot of times they get them every Thursday or a specific day of the week. Just talk to the employees at your store, let them know that you're really trying to get your size. And like I've said before, a lot of times the employees are really happy to help you out. I do think there's a lot of these, so I think there's a lot more retail W's to come. So don't get down. Don't think all hope is lost and you have to go out and pay resale prices, because I really think that there will be more opportunities. There's probably going to be Jordan Reserves and more restocks, Shock Drops, that kind of thing on the Sneakers app as well. So I wouldn't get too down about it. Just to show you all what I'm talking about the glue stain on my left shoe, in case you didn't see that video, this was my Shock Drop pair, and there in the front on the mud guard, right on that nubuck, you should be able to see there's a pretty big glue stain right there. And it's kind of just like dingy looking, like they smudged it in, like they tried to wipe it off, and all they did was spread it around. But once again, here's my new pair, and there is no glue stain on there at all. So this is the pair that I'll be keeping. We have a standard Jordan 4 tread pattern. We've got gray in the front and in the back. We've got herringbone going in all different directions. Then there's some military blue under the forefoot, and right here in the midfoot where we have the Nike branding as well. On the left shoe, of course, we got that skinny plastic hang tag. I do not wear these shoes with a hang tag on there. That would drive me absolutely insane, but I guess some people do. Then we see some white rubber wrapping up to the midsole, and that meets some areas of white painted foam, and that white painted foam surrounds that visible air unit. And just like my other pair, this air bubble is clear as can be. Above that white painted foam, we have some military blue accents, and once again, that paint looks really clean, so I'm pumped about that. Coming to the upper, this is probably my favorite material on the shoe, even though there's just a little hit of it, but it almost looks like a neutral gray type color, almost like it has a hit of tan in it, but it's definitely gray, and I think it's a nubuck. It's either a nubuck or a really short-haired suede. It's a decent material, and it feels really nice to the touch, but I really like that on the toe cap. I will spray these with some sort of waterproofer or that sort of thing, just so they don't get marked up any faster than what they need to. As we come to the base of the upper, it's just a nice smooth leather. At first, I thought that these were going to be bright white. However, once I got them and I compared them to other shoes, you can definitely tell that this leather on the base is tinted. It says off-white, but it almost has like a grayish tint to it. We just have that smooth leather for the entire base of the upper. We have this white netting that is over top of a blue material, and you have those little ventilation areas on the side panels as well as on the base of the tongue. On the back, we have this plastic military blue heel tab, and it's got that white Nike Air branding. I think that looks great. We've got some military blue accents here at the eyelets, both at the base and then at the top. And these top ones kind of have these white wings holding them on there. The laces are an off-white color as well, and obviously it didn't come with any spares, but I think they look great in there. The top of the tongue is more of that smooth leather material, and then we have a white tag with a blue Jumpman and that flight font on there as well. On the back of the tongue, we can see that it is a fuzzy military blue material, and we've got our Air Jordan branding upside down. And then the rest of the sock liner has that fuzzy cotton type material like the old school ones did, and this is just an off-white color to match that upper. Not sure if you can see the insole down there, but it is a military blue color and has some white Nike Air branding on it as well. Like I said, I'm very pumped that I got a clean pair in my collection. I do have my double up on the way. Hopefully they look as clean as this, but I'm glad that this pair didn't have any glue issues or QC issues. I still would have worn the other pair that did have the glue stains if I wouldn't have hit a good looking pair. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want them to be clean the first time I throw them on feet. Let me know if you were able to score a pair or two or three or four. Also, let me know if you struck out. If you already have your pairs in, let me know how the QC is on them. I don't think QC was horrible across the board. I just think I got unlucky with the first pair that I had. But anyhow, I appreciate you all watching tremendously. I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.